Hi everyone, it's Gary Nicholson here for the Mountain Weather Information Service. This is your planning outlook updated on Friday evening, the 1st of November. Certainly a complicated weather story at the moment. It's one where you've probably seen the low confidence that we've got written in our local forecasts, and that's just because so many different centres of low pressure are manoeuvring their way across the British Isles. The overall trend for the week ahead is still chilly conditions that will dominate, winter-type conditions staying with us on most of the mountains. A quick look at the weekend first of all, and as you can see it's a real tangle, and getting the absolute details a few days out has been a real challenge for this one. Two separate centres of low pressure affecting the British Isles. The one across England and Wales has developed into quite a potent feature with severe gales, storm force winds around its southern flank, which may well affect Wales and even the south of the Pennines early in the day. Fluctuating conditions here through Saturday. Away from that, within the centre of the broad low, the wind very light across much of northern England and Scotland, although the far north may feel the effects of an easterly wind coming around the low. A front will affect northern Scotland much of the day. It's the risk of rain over many hours, in fact rarely ceasing probably through daylight. For some, sleet and a bit of wet snow on the very highest summits, but that's just going to keep feeding in around this circulation. Check your local details, and it's one that even worth a quick check first thing in the morning. In this sort of situation when confidence is low, if things are changing, we'll try and issue an early morning update, so just bear that one in mind. Have a look before you're heading out then. Into Sunday, and we've still got a broad low that's affecting the country. Now, if you remember back to the video on Tuesday with the situation on the charts as we got then, there was the threat of a more powerful low around on Sunday. It just shows how, even with all the modern technology and all the numerics that go into these computer models, we're still, at times, a struggle for more than 3 or 4 days ahead in these complicated situations. It's why you've always got to keep up to date with things and not just go on one single point answer. Either way, this is the situation for Sunday. It's the idea of light winds for many places. Temperatures are coming down a touch, so where there's precipitation across Scotland, above around 1,000 metres or so, it'll be more extensively of sleet or snow. That focused on eastern regions. Again, the feed is coming in off the North Sea, so you're drier away towards the west coast. Some places across England and Wales will do very well, others will see residual areas of showers, patchy rain or drizzle, mostly all rain here as temperatures are above freezing even on the high tops. Now if we just move to have a look at temperatures, this the familiar 850 chart, that's corresponding to around 1200 metres at this point in time, with pressure being quite low, and it'll be more or less the same in the days ahead. This then taking you through Sunday into Monday. We're just dragging in colder air again from the north and northeast. And as we go through Monday, as the low pressure system pulls away southwards, that colder air gets drawn further in. Freezing levels will tend to drop. And for the week ahead, it's a cold week once again, with freezing levels generally 800 to 1,000 metres, occasionally a little bit lower across northern Scotland, and persistently so throughout. So precipitation that falls, again, snow that will accumulate across the mountains, so very much like what we've seen in recent times. The clearer nights will allow a widespread frost in the valleys and the glens as well. And this is taking you on over a few days, even towards the middle, later stages of the week. Temperatures on the very highest Scottish tops, -4, -5, may well have been achieved through the middle of the week, and you're still sub-zero at around 1,000 metres, if not even below, towards the end of the week. So it's a cold period that will be ongoing through this first 10 days of November. So I can hear the cheering for all the lovers of winter weather. Now it's the temperature that's the part of the forecast that has the greatest confidence in many respects. The absolute detail of the weather is a different story, and it's all to do with, again, the centres of these low pressure systems and their attendant tangled fronts that are all wrapped around it. There's Monday, and the low broadly centred across England and Wales, a legacy of fronts that are around, so expect that zones of precipitation with some sleet and snow, increasingly to lower levels across Scotland, mostly still rain across the tops in England and Wales. Some places will persist all day, others maybe more toward the western side of Scotland, with some shelter from that strong to perhaps even gale force easterly wind. Here you might find that you escape drier much of the day. We just drag the centre of that low away slowly through into the middle of the week, and for Tuesday that northeasterly wind is there. Again, the risk of it being up to gale force in a few spots, depending exactly how the shape of that low behaves. Showers, flurries of snow, sometimes persistent, will feed in from the North Sea, even falling across the higher Pennines and some of the Lakeland fells if they can get all the way across. I suspect they will if the wraparound of that front just has anything to do with it. Driest again, brightest out towards more western coastal regions. And there's the tangle into Wednesday. Detail very uncertain, the wind looking quite light as everything just opens out and becomes slack again. Some residual areas of showers and patchy sleet and snow around, others seeing some sunshine. Take pot luck at this stage. The basic message though is cold. Big picture for the middle of the week onwards, and there's the fairly slack pressure pattern briefly in midweek, but the next Atlantic low is coming to join the party, and that once again will track quite well to the south, where it maintains the cold air mass that's dragged around from the north and northeast. It's most likely going to keep unsettled conditions through the week as a whole. That low, by the time we reach, say, Friday, is somewhere toward the southeast of Britain. It hangs on then to that chilly northeasterly. A suggestion of pressure trying to build a bit from the Atlantic after that. I'm not quite convinced of the details, but it may be that things go a bit quieter. We wait and see, I think, just where we've got to by next weekend. Just the early hint of quietening down. It'll still be chilly, I suspect, because it'll take a while for a change of air mass to get in, but it may be we just lose that relentless, unsettled weather. A long way to go for that one at this stage, though. The main message to take from all of this is the cold winter conditions that will affect the mountains once again throughout the week ahead. Stay up to date with us then every day on our website for all your local forecasts, and you can follow us on social media as well. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.